made my way away from Earth. The next day, an organ became available, and I knew what had to take place. Someone had to pass away, and that family of that loved one that passed away had to be approached with a final decision. And they said yes. Despite the grief and shock and everything, they said yes. They were thinking about someone else during that time. And they not only saved my life by saying yes, they saved 5 other people's lives. So, as soon as I woke up after that surgery, I knew I had a fighting chance to live, first of all, but I also knew that somehow I was going to acknowledge what they did. Didn't know what I was going to do at that point, but that's how this trek across Canada developed because of that. And, you know, I got inspired by Terry Fox, by what he did, probably as many millions of other Canadians did. And that's what inspired me to do this thing across Canada. It's an Olympic torch. It's an authentic Olympic torch. And we had a big kickoff in Toronto on June 20th. And we had a lot of sports athletes there, from Maple Leafs, from the Blue Jays, Toronto Argonauts, Olympics. They all carried it for a little bit. And it's been carried to each mayor of each town that we've been going through. Each mayor has been receiving it. And it's been carried by thousands of hands in all the communities. We might have an opportunity to pass it around now so we can get, you know what I believe in? I believe in osmosis. If you guys put some good spirit in this torch, it'll keep me on the road. So how about if we start passing it around? Good idea? Yeah? Yeah. We're not sponsored by any big corporations or anything like that. And we're usually working on a zero budget. We're begging, like, from the morning to the evening for our food, for accommodations, for repairs, for services, for shoes, for, you know, everything. And you know what? This walk's been able to keep alive, and we've been able to do the good work that we're doing because the community comes through with donations, and that's what's been keeping us alive, you know. So I think we're going to have that presented soon. I'd
like to ask the Mayor again, Mayor Bernard to
Mr. Marcello, teachers, students, and parents. It gives me great pleasure on behalf of the Russell Town Council to welcome Mr. Marcello to our community. We are also gratified, sir, that you chose or selected Russell as one of your stop points for your Canada 500-day trek. And I understand it's going to be more. Mr. Marcello, you are to be commended for this humanitarian, courageous, and most worthy campaign. Students, really and truly, most of you probably may be too young to realize the importance of this right now. But if you go home this evening and talk it over with your parents, I'm sure that they will fill you in on a lot of information vital to what this great gentleman is doing. Mr. Marcello, on behalf of the town of Russell, it gives me great pleasure to present this check to you, and with this, the assurance that our town council and hopefully the citizens of our community will support this most worthy program. Thank you.
Good afternoon. It's a great pleasure to be here on behalf of the Russell District Lions Club. I'm quite sure that most of you are aware that a lot of the work that the Lions do is involved in things like the Journey for Sight and the I-Bank. And just a reminder that the I-Bank, or Manitoba Northwest Ontario, has a large part of their work as an awareness program, doing just exactly the same kinds of things that you're doing. The I-Bank itself promotes the idea of donating corneas when a person passes away. At the same time, there are also all kinds of donor cards that are available that any one of you can take, and you aren't too young at all to decide what you would like to do if and when the occasion arises that you could help out. Not only that, you're certainly not too young to talk to your parents and grandparents and so on and stress upon them the importance that you just heard today about what it is to get donations made. So at the same time, you do your share, I'll do my share, the Lions will do their share, and let's help him on his way with a little bit of extra money from the Russell Lions. Congratulations.
And on behalf of your own student council,
on behalf of Student Council, we would like to present you with a donation to help you on your way. We wish you all the best. Hi. First of all, I got some thank yous to make. And first of all, I'd like to say Russell is a beautiful town, what I've seen of it so far. First off, I'd like to say thanks to Roz Puzo. Roz Pulo, because she put everything together for us here. And secondly, I'd like to thank the Jolly Lodger for lodging us tonight. And I'd like to thank Vernon J. Ronoski, the mayor here. Thanks for the donation too. And I'd like to thank Jake Braun for the donation as well. And I'd like to thank our escort, Mr. Tony White. I think that's right. That rhymed. Anyway, I would like to thank him too for escorting us into town, and thanks for listening.